Hey, Ersgard here, and it's time to talk about Mushoku Tensei and Rudy doing questionable things and degenerate things, to say the least. Now, well, I'm ready for all of the hate that this episode is gonna get, and by no means I'm here to defend or justify what Rudy think. I think a lot of the people are also missing the point of the series. In no way what he did this episode is okay, but we're gonna get to that. Now, overall, this was an amazing episode, especially how it started and the dynamics between Silphie and Rudy, the goofiness, the funny to it. I've had so much fun with this series, and I'm gonna keep on having fun. But at the same time, there are 100% very questionable things being done by Rudy here. So let's get into it and talk about it. Now, at the start, it kind of starts a bit like last episode also, how we saw Rudy's routine in school, but this time we see it from Silphie or Fitz's point of view, with her morning routine, always having Rudy on her mind, thinking what would Rudy do, her getting ready in the morning, doing her workout, running also all over the place in town to learn more routes in town, but also, well, just thinking, what would Rudy do? Would he do the same thing? And in the background, if you catch it, you can see Rudy doing the same thing in the background there while she was running. Feels, I don't know, just put me in such a relaxing mood, seeing and how great the backgrounds look, the scenery, the characters, the voice line, the theme, the fluidity, how well they're doing it here with the anime. And it felt great seeing life here and having Silphie also spending time with Ariel and Luke, but the only thing on her mind being Rudy, and thinking how would he do with girls, and also referencing Paul and kind of being typical in the family, so to say, with both of them being perverts and how far they would go for girls here. And yeah, that's very very true. But also the cute moment that we had with her in this episode, while she was getting ready to go to bed, thinking what she wants to be with Rudy, because she's in love with him and kind of has him on a pedestal. She has always admired him ever since they first met, but I feel right now it's even more here, and she's a bit more in control of the situation, but at the same time she lacks the most control because she hasn't yet revealed who she is to him, so he's still oblivious. But also at the same time, the more this goes on, I think it's also harder on her, having that obliviousness, ignorance to Rudy, not knowing who Fitz is. He kind of is in a better situation without even realizing it, but she has to go through all of the motions, all of the things going through her head here, and that was so cute when she got flustered in bed here. But this is where we see a month later with Rudy and Zanoba, both of them training Julie with magic, with everything else, and how cute she was throughout the episode. I think she was the cutest thing in the entire episode. And also, I know last episode we had the slavery thing. Please make sure you read the interview with the author Refugee, and I could do an entire video with how Rudy just simply can't stop slavery. Going to an isekai, you're not gonna snap your fingers and fix slavery. Yes, his reaction to slavery and all of that. Also, I highly recommend reading the previous comment in the previous video left there by somebody that also read the light novel, how it was also portrayed there, but also very different mediums. Some things need to be cut, and yes, I feel the need to say it, slavery is wrong, and yes, but here in this case, the way they treat Julie, they don't treat her as a slave. They actually, she's kind of like the kid of the group there, and kind of treat her like a disciple. And even they didn't even mark her with that mark they keep slaves from escaping. Both him and Zanoba treat her like a kid, an actual kid, treating her properly, and she's having more of a better life here. At least they saved one person, and can't wait for the moment when Julie finally says, I want to live, instead of just saying, having that powerful moment we had last episode with her just saying, I don't want to die, and Rudy accepting that being not not enough. But this is where the episode takes a turn with disaster strike. And I was laughing so much. But before I start laughing, I had my feelings it's not gonna be like an actual proper disaster, so to say. But I was like, is this gonna turn into a serious thing? Well, while you can make an argument, it was a serious, questionable thing what happened here, but it wasn't like a major thing like we had with a turning point, more in a goofiness way what happened here. While Zanoba and Julie were talking about the figurines, their history, how they came to be and anything, Louis just poses a very simple question. What happened to the Roxy figurine? And I swear Zanoba started shitting bricks, like legit bricks, sweating so hard. Poor dude there. And I was like, yeah, that figurine is probably gone or broken. And then it's revealed that the figurine is in fact broken. And Rudy can be scary. He got angry, but that calm, slow angry when you know somebody's very very serious. And Zanoba, another brick there, and Julie just sneaking away in the background was so cute. I loved her this episode. But here we have it revealed that Zanoba fought a duel against Linia and Pursena. They challenged him at the start on a bet and he lost. I'm not sure how exactly he lost, but maybe they have more speed, more, or what exactly the bet was. But anyway, maybe that's gonna get revealed later on. But he actually lost the fight against them, which kind of makes sense. Zanoba is not really a fighter, even though he has that strength that I don't think he actually knows how to put it to use in a fight. So probably a lot of people can defeat Zanoba. But anyway, the end result was the figurine got broken, and he felt really guilty. Also, just shows how much he cares about that. Also, how much he cares about Rudy. He started breaking down, crying, and Julie being the one comforting him, and Rudy with that calm. We need to have a conversation there, and them wanting to get revenge against those two. And this is where I really like this part here, because while Rudy and Zanoba went in to comfort them, and Rudy kept provoking them to get into the fight, even though they didn't want to do it at the start. Linia playing it off, Rudy going even harder with the provocations more and more, both of them giving in, getting angrier, and going on the attack. This just shows how strong Rudy is, because even he was a bit oblivious about this. He quickly takes care of both Linia and Pursena, knocks them out very easily. That wasn't even a fight, so to say. They were completely outclassed. Ties them up in body bags after that. And this is where the controversial, questionable things start taking place. Now, I know this was intended to be a bit more comedic, light-hearted here, but still, Rudy, what he did later on, I don't condone in any way. But the comment, before we get into that, him even saying that fight was a letdown. He expected a bit more, he thought. But him saying, hey, maybe Paul and Ares were much stronger than I thought, which kind of shows he kind of went, you know how you start into a game, you start from lower levels, training level, easy things. He kind of jump started that. He fought very strong opponents and very tough situations since the start on. Doesn't really know how to base proper strength levels here, and I kind of like that comment from him quite a lot. But here we come to the questionable things. Of course, it's still in a comedic way, but again, no Rudy. In a dark room with them tied up, he actually gropes Pursena boobs a bit to see if he can get over his ED. And yeah, you kidnap girls, you grope one of them, still shows he's still a degenerate here, even though I can't even properly explain. Maybe in the night novel it's explained even more, his inner monologues and so on, but him still doing that fact here just shows the degenerate side of him is still there, even though he can't get it up. Of course, he didn't go further than that. That was where it stopped there. But yeah, Mushoku being Mushoku and with Rudy. But again, this is why I like this series. Very flawed character, a lot of shitty decisions, but giving a second chance at life, trying to get better. Of course, he still has a lot of work to do, even more after this this moment here. But I'm also really tired of people just shitting on the series, just saying it's the worst thing ever, when you have series that do even more questionable things. Like, as much as I love Made in Abyss, that series makes me a lot more uncomfortable than Mushoku does with what Rudy does here. But again, that's a different conversation altogether. But we have that situation there, and yeah, it doesn't work for him. Of course, his ED is not gonna get fixed that easy. It's more psychological, and he has a lot of things he needs to sort out. First of all, boundaries also, before he deals with that. But this is where he starts explaining to them about the history of the Roxy statue, the religion, even shows him his treasure there, the Pantsu, and Zanoba is losing his mind. It's like he found Jesus again. But what I really liked was the comedic side of it, also of the episode, with the dynamics between Pursena and Linia. The way they instantly break down, realizing their situation, they fucked up also their mistake, and knowing they have no way of getting out of this. And Pursena instantly blamed Linia. Linia is kind of dumb or naive in that goofy way. She's like, yeah, I didn't do this. Pursena is like, but wait, what did she say? And they started bickering there. And Rudy still has this plan of spreading his religion. He's still new, and there are no punishments yet established. And he goes on to reveal what happened to him with the sacred beast, and how he was thrown into a jail without proof, even though he was caught in a questionable situation with that sacred beast. It's true, but the Dolia tribe kinda jumped the gun there a bit when they threw him in a cage, have him naked, and punished him instantly. And when he revealed that to them, yeah, no, of course he wasn't gonna do that. But it finally struck to him when Zanoba mentioned it. The figurine can also be fixed, and he like, wait, yes, I can fix it. I got much better. It's very easy to fix. I have all of the pieces there. And then it's revealed that he was also talking to Silphie or Fitz, telling her the exact situation, what they did. And Fitz was like, wait, you kidnapped girls and you touched one of them? Yeah. Very, very good question and very good reaction there, Silphie. It's very true. Zero excuses for what Rudy did. But also, the way he put it, he calmed her down a bit. I just wanted to test something, which it's true, but still at the same time, no. Now, also have the conversation between them there, and Rudy and Silphie talking, saying he wants to teach them a lesson, but not go full on like punishment inquisition on them, and have them more of a teachable moment to learn something for this as a punishment, instead of making them hold a grudge here. And I really liked that quite a lot, even though the comedic side with him going way overboard with the rage and everything, the reaction he had with Zanoba, he's not gonna kill them over this, so to say, or go even further with the questionable things. But at the same time, he kind of let them in a room there overnight, or however long that was. And yeah, that didn't look good. They peed themselves, and Pursena just wanted the food at the same time. But thankfully they started taking care of them, cleaning them off. But this is where even Pursena and Linia kind of took a more submissive role. In a way, they started calling him boss. I don't know. I know it's very weird. I'm not condoning anything that happened in this episode with Rudy, but it's hard to also see it like, yes, Rudy needs to die right now. What he did there instantly, he needs to be killed off here. But also the comedic side to this episode. It's very hard to put it properly into words with them there, and Linia saying that before I'm willing to do anything but except making babies, marriage comes first. Yeah, just shows how different the morality and thought process is in this world, even with the slavery, even with this. Again, not trying to excuse what Rudy did, I have to keep mentioning this, but showing this is a very different world. And this is why I think a lot of people miss. It's very much okay to be uncomfortable. I am also with things like this, but also it's very much okay to not like the series, not like Rudy. But at the same time, me liking this series or liking parts of Rudy doesn't mean I condone all of the things that happen here. It's okay to have flawed characters, very things that make you uncomfortable, be okay with watching that content, but at the same time not condoning what happens here. A key distinction which I think a lot of people miss when they're watching a series like this, be it anime, manga, TV shows, movies, and anything along those lines. But after calling him boss there, and Persona just volunteers Linia for anything, she just wants meat. But I don't remember, Persona started calling Fitz Noonie. Is that half elf or something, like a slur, or I don't remember what Noonie means. That one didn't Fitz didn't like that one. Let me know in the comments below what it means, and if it was mentioned in the anime. I honestly can't remember. But this is where we have the punishment. Fitz does it, painting their faces, and if you don't listen to Rudy, I'm gonna make the paint permanent. There's a spell, if you just have to keep it for 1 day, but if you don't listen to Rudy, it's gonna be permanent there. Now this is where Linia and Persona find out about Rudy. He was trained by Ghislaine, and the history there, what that mean, being trained by a sword king, and them seeing they're completely outclassed here. Now the moment I really liked was right at the end of the episode, with Fitz revealing that she lied about that spell making the paint permanent, and Rudy presenting Fitz to his religion without wanting to show the pants. That's very true. I don't know how he would have had that conversation there. And after that, they spent a lot of bonding time together in the room, talking about various things. And this is where he starts thinking about the glasses, if he should go after them, as in pulling them off. And him still being in that question thing, do I like guys, do I like girls? I really like this thing with the inner monologues, what happened. One of my favorite things about Mushoku are the inner monologue and how much it's focused on characters and the world also. But Fitz says, hey, want to see? Like, no, there's no way it's gonna happen, right? But it doesn't actually happen, just like I knew it wouldn't. She doesn't want to do it. She backs up, saying that she has an order for Ariel to never show her face, but it's more on her. She hesitated there. That's why I think she has all the power, but also all the weakness at the same time, how the relationship is right now. She knows everything, but she doesn't have the courage to face it, so to say. And Rudy also thinking how he would react to seeing the face after all of this time. So yeah, this was a really good episode, but also had the questionable things. Now I'm really curious what you guys thought about the episode overall, how you dealt with everything that happened in this episode. But please try to be civil. That's all I'm asking, and I always appreciate the comments from the light novels readers, from everybody, and especially also I would love to see some comments if you're anime only. So as always, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the episode. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Mushoku Tensei, and make sure to check out the podcast Because Anime. I'm gonna see you again in the next one. Bye bye.